I'm John,
I'm Nancy.
and we are
J&N
j&N
Travels.
Travels. Well, thank you for joining us again on one of our Wednesday lives,
Yeah.
where we give you some of the current travel news and chit chat back and forth with you.
Yeah. I
Um,
like your background.
yes, those, if anyone doesn't know, are different kind of Disney pins up there.
Yeah.
So, and we usually go into some brain teaser type stuff, and then you've started a new thing where you give a little bit of fun facts on some topic. Last week was the trolls and wishnicks.
Yes.
This week is Disney pins.
Yes, I have some Disney pins. I will show you.
So
So stay tuned.
now my other computer here just died on us just before we started. So booting that as I'm talking to you. So thank you for joining us. We're hitting another cold day in New Hampshire, aren't we, Nancy?
Yeah, it's been cold ever since we got back. It's been gloomy. You know, they say April showers bring May's flowers, but I'm sick of the rain. I want the sun. I'm missing my vitamin D.
Well, today there's no sun either. No sun,
No,
and
it's
it's supposed to
raining.
rain, but it's not raining. It's just kind of cold. What do they say, 44 degrees out there?
Yeah, it hasn't been very nice since
No.
we've been back.
It has not been nice.
Mm.
So we will get right into those news stories, but let's first say hello to the people who have come into the chat already. Start with Maxwell Smart. Welcome in, Maxwell. Thank you for joining us on this cold and chilly Wednesday. Mel, thanks for coming over, Mel.
Mel?
Been over in Utah right now. It's pretty warm, huh?
Just gonna look something up while you're doing that real quick.
Meg, our niece Meg is in the house.
Hi, Meg.
And the captain, Billy J. Travels. Oops.
Hi, Billy.
Let's see. The one and only captain is here. Let's see. Hellos. Oops. Okay. Best part of waking up is Morgan in a cup. Or maybe not. Meg is in her new apartment now.
Oh, good.
And
I hope
she seems to be
you're
adjusting well
enjoying
to
it.
it. And I noticed, Meg, you took a nice little walk today, so you must be in a nice little part of the town where you
She just took a walk. Oh, that's good.
in her area.
I don't. All right, I'm gonna put this back. I was gonna look something up, but couldn't find the answer to it. So.
Billy J with his Bud Lime in his cup.
You're already drinking, Billy J?
Oh, it is 2 o'clock, right in the afternoon.
I thought he'd be hungover still from his birthday celebration.
Yeah, Meg, I'm looking over it. This is an older one than the one I'm using, and it takes a while to boot up. So let's hope I get it back for the end. Billy has it nice and sunny in Pensacola.
Oh, don't rub it in, Billy.
He's going to be, what are you hitting, 85s now down there?
That is nice.
If I just went down one notch, he's 77 degrees. That's very comfortable.
Oh, that's very nice.
Meg said it was chilly this morning, but it's now 71.
Our daughter's going to be flying into Destin, Florida in a couple of weeks. That's in the Panhandle, right?
Yeah, I think that's up your way, right, Billy?
Yeah, I think it's near
Destin,
Billy J.
Florida. Is it Destin?
Destin.
Destin, right.
Yeah. She said it was in the Panhandle. That's what she tells us. Never looked it up.
Okay. So why don't we jump into our news stories? The slide looking over there at the same time. And let's hope we have a smooth transition, Nance. So our first news story, which is going to sound kind of like I'm trying to sell something here, but you know how we've been talking about getting a mask that the mask we have always seems to steam up or leak or something like that. So I was just looking online and this one popped up. So anyone else having the same problem, I figured maybe I would just throw this out there. This is the snorkel mask. Snorkeling masks are notorious for loose-fitting straps, foggy plastic, and leaky masks that leave you teary-eyed and frustrated. According to more than 3,000 Amazon shoppers, this set is perfect for the whole family.
Really?
These snorkel sets are made with premium silicone for a tight seal that's still comfortable on your face.
Oh, nice.
The brand says the snorkel itself uses unique breath easy technology to keep the water out and ensure that you're never gulping it down while you're trying to breathe. The valve can be adjusted to open and close as needed, while the anti-fog tempered glass in the mask allows for crystal clear viewing. The whole set is completely made of non-toxic materials. Now they list on here that 3,000 Amazon shoppers, so I assume you can get this mask on Amazon.
And how many in a package?
See, it's like the full mask, and it comes with a pouch. Anyone have one of these full masks, and do they recommend it? Because I have heard a little bit of negative stuff about them. I'm just not 100%
So
sure.
what's the cost of just one?
Oh, I don't know. There's all
okay.
different costs. This was just an article. They were talking about these masks.
Okay.
But and I said, oh, we can buy something like that. We probably should look into that.
Yeah, that would be nice. I really enjoy snorkeling very much, and I'd love to get a good mask to do it with.
Hey, welcome in, Roy and Becky. Thank you
Roy
for
and
coming
Becky.
over. Just listen to their live until we went live here. Yeah, we're the same way, Meg. You know, we have these old masks, which are nice masks, but there always seems to be a gap.
A little bit,
and-
yeah. They get
or it
fogged
fogs
up. They
up.
get fogged up more than leaking. I have more problems with fogging.
Well, then we're over our head, right? It's foggy. We're over our
Yeah.
head, and we're trying to open it up so we can rinse it out.
I know.
That would be nice.
Yeah, it would be nice because I really do enjoy snorkeling.
That is a very good point. Roy and
What?
Becky are thinking of getting a pair of them so they can use it in the desert with the wind.
Oh, good thinking.
That's excellent thinking.
That's so funny.
Reaching over there as I'm doing this. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, this news item is kind of neat. Now, we've gone to different islands. Well, not different. We started in the Bahamas and Margaritaville, right? And then we had one right near us
Yeah,
in
the
Florida.
Margaritaville in the Bahamas. What a beautiful place. Very pricey though.
It is.
Some place that we won't be staying at anytime in the future.
Well, you say that, but remember we were looking at the ones in Florida,
Mm-hmm.
and they've been popping up on the Airbnbs.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
true. That's
in the
right.
same price range as the other stuff we were looking
Yeah.
at. So there's always that chance we could be there.
Okay.
Even though the one in Florida, I wasn't as impressed as
The one in the Bahamas was
right?
unbelievably beautiful. I loved it. Yeah, the pool, everything. Yeah, it was nice to tour it.
Well, this is a new thing that Margaritaville is doing. Okay, it's building a resort, and this is in the Poconos.
Oh,
Place where
okay.
we went for
We've
a
been to the
little getaway.
Poconos many moons ago.
Right.
My son was a year old. Our son was a year old, and our daughter was 4 when we went. So
We were in those treehouse type
yeah,
of things, remember?
yeah. Oh my gosh, it was so much fun. Yeah.
This is Margaritaville is building a resort in Pennsylvania's Poconos. Margaritaville will break ground in Pennsylvania on what the brand calls its first Margaritaville Resort Village, a concept featuring a mix of hotel, RV sites, and cabin-like accommodations. Expected to open by mid-2024, the Margaritaville Village in Pocono Mountains will be located at the site of the historic Pocono Manor in eastern Pennsylvania.
Hmm.
The hotel will feature swimming pools, gardens, activities, and entertainment, as well as restaurants. In addition to the traditional hotel accommodations, the resort will feature a Camp Margaritaville comprising luxury RV sites and cabin-inspired homes. Among the camp's highlights will be high-end RV suites that come with their own golf cart, covered charging station,
Wow.
hot tub, hammock, and fire pit, Adirondack chairs, and a covered living room area. That's where Roy and Becky should go. Hook up to that
There
place.
you go,
huh?
Becky and Roy. Your
Several
next
cabin
destination.
Several cabin options will be available, including tiny homes with stone fire pits and patios, and larger townhouses are located within walking distance of the hotel. Resort's Camp Margaritaville will also feature a Margaritaville retail store, a Finn's Up Fitness Center, a Cheeseburger and Paradise restaurant, Finn City Game Room, and a 5 o'clock somewhere swim-up bar.
Hmm.
The camp's RV resort area will also offer pickleball courts, a parakeet kids club, and a Barcaritaville dog park.
Barcaritaville. Oh, that's so clever.
So
very, very cute.
Yeah, so that sounds like that would be nice. Huh? Anyways, I was just looking at, because I sometimes on midnight shift like to kind of take a pick for places in the future, and they had like I told you, a couple of the Margaritaville places came up in Florida, and tiny houses.
Tiny houses.
Some people are popping up tiny homes down there that they rent out, so that's kind of cool too.
That is. I used to enjoy watching that show. I don't know if it's still on, but we watched it a few times.
Now, you didn't nudge me here.
I didn't nudge
for
you.
your little fun fact. So I guess since we gave 2 news reports, let me just go through these pictures. So that's the entrance to the Poconos. That's the main house. That's with the village. So go ahead, Nance.
Well,
Give me your first fun fact for Disney pins.
Okay, well, pin trading began in 1999 at Walt Disney World, so it's been part of the Walt Disney World tradition for over 2 decades now. So, and I really do enjoy the pins, and this is my favorite character is Winnie the Pooh, so of course I had to buy a Winnie the Pooh pin.
Yep.
So that is one of my souvenirs that I bought for myself because how can you not love Pooh?
So any of you Pooh lovers, welcome in AGC Magic TV. Thank you for joining us. Before you read the next fun fact, okay, let's see. Billy says we have a Margaritaville resort here in Pensacola. I didn't know there was
you
one in
do?
Pensacola, up in Pensacola. Does yours have a water park attached to it, Billy? Because I know the one in Bahamas had a really nice water park. It was on the beach. The one in Florida did not. Had a big pool.
Bahamas. Wow, that was beautiful. Just absolutely beautiful.
Rakitaville, laughing out loud, Meg. Yeah, I mean, it's funny.
I don't
Hey,
know.
welcome in, Kenneth. Thank you for joining us.
I don't know if it's me, but everywhere we've gone in Florida, it just seems like more people have dogs. I mean, I've never seen so many dogs. I don't
We
know if
were
more people
shocked.
have pets nowadays because when we went to Celebration, walking around, there were so many dogs.
We and the resorts we went to all had dog parks.
Yeah, and they all
which you
had
don't
dog
find up
parks.
here at the
That's
resorts
right.
that
Yeah.
often.
And just the resort that we were at, Westgate, so many people had dogs. I mean, I enjoyed watching them all. They were all different kinds.
And the dogs, most of them, for the most part, were small.
Yeah,
Remember?
most of
There
them
were a
were
few bigger
small.
ones.
That's right. Most of them were small.
Hey, welcome in, Billy. Not Billy. I'm sorry.
I
I was reading his
was like,
poop pin
Billy's
thing,
already here.
and I'm looking up at Jimmy's thing. Welcome in, Jimmy.
Hi, Jimmy.
I was watching him. Actually, he wasn't walking this morning. He was stationary this morning, but
Oh.
he went live talking. It's just so cold. Same over his way, you know.
Yeah.
Both getting colder weather.
Yeah.
Billy likes the poo pin.
Oh, thank you, Billy. Got to have a little poo in your life, right?
That's right. Make sure poo is spelled with the H at the end.
Oh, yes.
We always do. Thank you very much, Kenny, for sharing out.
I do have a Beanie Baby poo as well.
Billy says no water park at the one in there.
In
I wonder if
Florida?
Florida just doesn't do it, the water park, because there's so many big water parks, right?
Yeah.
How would you sell that one out?
Yeah.
And why don't you give another one, since I didn't allow you to do that a little while ago? So number 2 in your fun facts for Disney pins.
So you can buy trader pins, which are cheaper, which is nice because if you buy a cheap trader pin, you can trade up for a nicer pin.
And we had to look this up because we didn't know what they were referring to trader pins. So I guess the cast members will wear trader pins on.
I can get to that one.
Oh, you're not on that one yet?
Not on
Okay,
that
so
yet.
we'll describe that later. Sorry for jumping in.
That's
okay.
That would be my next.
Number 3. Now, we did something like this in a different part of the country many months ago, and this is a new one that just got built. It's a wildlife bridge, which I think is the coolest thing in the world. Here's your highway right here, okay?
Oh,
so wild animals in Southern California soon will have more turf to roam thanks to the world's biggest wildlife crossing, which will span 10 lanes of Highway 101 in northwest Los Angeles. Imagine that in the city of Los Angeles.
Yeah,
Los Angeles to close a crucial gap for habitats. Mountain lions, which typically wander a territory span 150 to 200 miles, will be among the chief beneficiaries of the new overpass, providing a safe passage from the Santa Monica Mountains across the freeway and into semi-hills of Santa Susana Mountain Range. The Wallace-Annenberg Wildlife Crossing costs, guess how much that costs for that right there?
$1 million?
Oops, I didn't pop that up.
$1 million? Right, that's probably too low.
It's way low. Yeah, it's 87 million.
Wow, it's way off.
But what you do is you get the highway here.
Yeah.
So the highway's going underneath.
Yeah.
And they tapered this so you get the wildlife, the woods and all that on both sides.
Well, what I have to say is that's money well spent because I'm a very much an animal lover, wildlife lover. And that's money well spent. That's awesome. That's a great idea, whoever came up with that.
Well, I guess there are several of these in the country.
Well, I thought,
And this isn't the first. We did one several months ago in some other part of the
yeah,
country.
I was going to say, when you said California, I was a little surprised because I didn't realize it was one in California, because I thought the one that you had talked about was somewhere else.
Yeah, I can't remember
And
where
I
it
can't
was.
remember where it was. I was surprised. I didn't realize that California did one as well.
All right. You want to give your
Yeah,
third
so
fact?
speaking
And I'll
of
go into
pin
the brain break?
trading, so if you go up to a cast member, they have, the cast members have exclusive pins. They don't actually own these pins, and they are given to them specifically for trading with the visitors. So, like we said earlier, if you buy a cheaper trader pin, you can go up to a cast member, and if you see a pin that you like, you can ask them to trade it, as long as you're trading an authentic Disney pin in return. So if you buy cheap, authentic Disney pins that are trader pins, you can trade up for a nicer
Right.
pin.
So there are cheap illegal pins, but it's
Yes,
funny
they
that
gotta
there's
be
like
legal.
10 different things. It's
Yeah.
almost like a counterfeit bill
Yeah.
that they do to these pins so that they're not
Yeah.
knockoffs.
They've got to be an authentic Disney pin in return.
Here's our first brain break. We'll start off with an
Oh.
easy rebus, and we will not tell you if your answer is correct till we get to the next brain break. Well, I'd like to welcome in Larry.
Hey, Larry.
Larry and Nana had been battling some
illnesses.
sickness. Yeah, illness.
They're recovered. I'm so glad to hear.
Larry looks a lot better.
That's
hopefully
good.
they're doing well.
Yeah.
Oh wow! So Larry said there's been those wildlife bridges in Alberta for quite a while.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's really good. I didn't know that. I wasn't even aware that they existed. So learn something new every day.
Billy thinks you should be using me as a pin cushion.
Oh, I like that idea.
Drive carefully, Jimmy. Okay, let's go. Yeah, he says they're doing well. I could hear he did a live the other day. It was nice to see it back up there, Larry, and you could hear Ananda in the background. So
good.
That's always
Good
a
to
good
know.
sign.
Good to know that you're on the road to recovery.
Okay, so our next one, and this has been constantly in the news. Anyone that hasn't heard anything about this, I guess hasn't been looking at the news. Disney's invited. Okay, first of all, the governor of Florida is. It seems like he's trying to drive Disney World out. He's putting all these. He's taken away all these benefits and tax benefits, different things that Disney's had for many years. And he's trying to do a revenge thing because he didn't like something Disney had said against one of his policies, one of his law.
Right.
So, of course, a lot of places are opening up their states for Disney. And here's one. Disney invited to relocate to Texas from Florida and set up a new resort. Texas has invited Disney to move from Florida to set up shop in the state amid the company's feud with Governor DeSantis, hoping to add a new name to the roster of big companies that have been relocated to the Lone Star State. The offer to build a new resort on the other side of the country comes after Florida's Republican governor revoked Walt Disney World's long-term self-governing agreement. Texas established their base in the state. Texas has a history of successfully luring huge companies away from their roots to establish their base in the state, including Tesla, Toyota, Oracle, and Hewlett Packard. A Fort Bend County judge wrote to Disney boss Bob Chapek to suggest that Texas would be a welcoming and diverse place to do business. That's never going to happen. I mean, it's crazy. If the people in Florida don't get up in arms, the jobs that they were talking about, they lose. The people that would live around the Disney area they were talking up to 25% property tax hike, because now they would have to pay for all the infrastructure with Disney, keeping the roads up, the pipes.
Oh my word.
So, and this guy's going to run for president, and he's really turned a lot of people off.
So DeSantis, is he the one on the right?
He's on the left.
Because who's
The
on
one on
the
the right
right?
is a judge from Texas.
Oh, I see. Okay. DeSantis is the one that's sitting down. Okay. Wait a minute. I'm sorry. Say that again. Which one is DeSantis?
What does matter? He's on the left.
He's on the left. Okay.
Welcome in, BDF. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, BDF. And he's going to run for president.
Well, that's what the talk is. Yeah, that's right. I meant to say that too. The only other one I saw was Colorado. There's another place that has opened up their doors for Disney. They're both towards the west, and I think Disney loves having a resort on the East Coast and the West Coast. So that's a plus the weather's perfect in
Oh,
Orlando. I mean, you can't beat it.
oh, can't. It's beautiful.
Yeah, Billy, Disney is not going anywhere. Like my
Mm.
Florida, that's what's killing me. All the stuff we look for down there, even though we're going to spend 3 or 4 months in Florida, we don't get it. And if you're a Florida resident, you get all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll have Billy get us an annual pass and put in our names.
I know. Billy, will you adopt us as your grandparents?
Not grandparents. I like the aunt and uncle.
Oh, aunt and uncle. Great aunt and uncle.
We've already got two niece and nephews, right? Why not another one, right?
Right. That's right.
Carnival. This is a pretty cool thing. Carnival becomes the first major cruise line to employ biodigesters. In the spirit of Earth Day, several cruise lines have highlighted their environmental efforts and introduced new measures towards ecological protection, with food waste in particular being a considerable problem on onboard ships. Carnival Cruise Line decided to install more than 200 biodigesters on board its ships. The new digesters will allow Carnival to process the food waste on board and discharge it lawfully. By using a combination of microorganisms, oxygen, and warm water, food waste is broken down by up to 99%.
Oh my
Pretty
gosh.
cool.
That's really cool.
The company became the first major cruise line to equip each vessel with biodigesters, some 200 pieces across all 23 ships. So there's these units on all the ships now, from what I understand. That's pretty neat.
That is neat.
Got to keep the oceans clean, right?
That's right.
Okay, let's see. Billy says, I adopt you as my not so great grandparents.
Not so great.
Grandparents is such a
That's
bad,
too old.
bad name to it, yeah.
Well, we could be your long lost siblings. You said you were the only child. Did you know that you had some older children, older sister and brother?
He says, what would be nice is to have a Disney park in the northeast part of Colorado, southwest part of Nebraska, and northwest part of Kansas. Yeah. They had talked, like we're on the East Coast, of doing a second park in Virginia at one point many years ago. So I don't think they have anything against putting parks that close. So
Mm.
you wonder why they haven't expanded more. Well, I guess they're expanding overseas, and that's probably Larry wants to know how the group cruise planning is going. It's a weird domino effect, Larry. I've sent several emails out trying to get a price on potentially doing the back to back, because if you looked at the prices, they've really gone down. Like we're on the 8-day cruise with you, and it's followed by a 6-day cruise.
Yeah.
And the 6-day cruise has dropped to under $400.
Excuse me for a minute.
So we have. I'm trying to get a price, and before I can book the flight, before I can book the hotel, I got to know if I'm going down there for back to back or. So I'm waiting to hear if there's availability and all that kind of stuff. So I've got the emails sent, messages sent out. I'm just waiting to hear back now, and hopefully I can get this thing under control within the next month.
Yeah, we got a lot going on, and yeah, we need to.
Oh, Larry shared a news article last night regarding this topic of
Oh, he
dumpy
did.
waste. That's
Okay.
I know Canada. We did a report a couple of weeks ago that Canada is having some really strict rules for keeping the harbor sanitary. So good for them.
Yeah, that is good.
Keith is 40, but you know what, Keith, I remember when you started this and you were probably over 200 days away. He's 43 days away till his Walt Disney World trip.
Oh, that's wonderful.
23 days until my trip,
nice.
And 44 days until his big 6-0.
Yeah, big 6-0.
You must
You
be
are
getting so
looking
psyched,
forward to
Keith.
being the big 6-0. That's great. That's a wonderful way to celebrate it. Make sure you tell them it's your birthday when you go into Walt Disney World. You'll get a birthday pin.
Pins and everything.
And I don't know what else you get. Do they do something else?
Yeah, just make sure you tell them it's your birthday.
Yeah.
Because sometimes with the restaurants, they'll give you a little cake or a
Yeah,
cupcake
maybe.
or something.
Yeah, make sure you let them know.
Really. Now, let's not go there. Much, much older brother and sister.
Billy.
Larry is a great great uncle, also a grandfather. I know you get the whole.
Oh,
Larry, did they ever reschedule your daughter's wedding? They put that off because of COVID and stuff too. So I'm wondering if
yeah.
they
I'll be
ever
right back.
rescheduled that. Let's see. That's a nice thing for CCL to do. Eco-friendly waste. I know. That sounds weird, doesn't it? Eco-friendly waste, but it is. Hey, welcome in, nephew. Thank you for joining us. Drive safe. Billy, watch the cruise special on Peacock, The Secret Life of a Cruise. It was on MSC Seaside. They show what they do with food waste. So is it good or bad what they do, Billy? That MSC is an interesting cruise line. I've heard the ships look gorgeous. The prices you can't beat. In fact, the Seaside's one of the biggest ships, and that's one we've been looking at. But I just hear so many negative things about the food variety, and the shows I guess are good. The ship's beautiful, but the food variety. So I'm hoping as they become more and more visible in the U.S. that they'll also update their food. No, Canada is being pressured to create stricter laws. Cruise lines are being accused of dumping waste in Canada. Okay, I thought they had actually passed some laws up there, Larry. Like when you get close to the harbors or there's areas that they were very strict. So you're saying they haven't passed these yet? That this is a work in progress? Okay, so they rescheduled his daughter's wedding rescheduled
Yeah.
for April of next year, so
Oh, okay.
2023.
2023. Mm.
Billy says recycling food waste, grind it up and feed it to fish. I never understood why food was the issue, just for that reason.
Mm.
They would dump it into the sea, and you would think that'd be scoffed up by fish. So I'm
Think.
not really sure how that whole thing works.
Don't get it.
Okay, like I said, there's a petition being passed around, so that hasn't been passed yet. That the rules in Canada
Oh, I
on the
see.
on
Okay.
the dumping and stuff. They're just trying to get it pushed.
Mm.
Okay, the brain rate. We're
Oh, yeah. You
keep
doing the
you,
brain
you
break?
keep forgetting to nudge me here. All right, so
I'm
before
sorry.
so you should have 5. Are you on which one?
I am on
Okay, so
number
I guess you could
4.
do both of those, right?
You want me to do both?
Yeah,
Okay.
because
So number 4, you can trade with pin boards. You can find pin boards at various locations around the park. You can simply walk up to one, find the pin you want, replace it with one of your pins. Who knows? You might get a cast member's exclusive pins. But be patient. The lines at pin boards can be long. So I would think they would have someone there to watch you because you don't want to just
Right.
like
No, I'm sure they have.
Yeah.
Usually, I think they're behind the register, but I've seen a few of them. They're
I
just big
have
boards
seen-
loaded with pins.
Yeah, I saw one at the because I pointed it out to you when we were in Disney. It was in the one of the no, it was in Epcot. It was in one of the countries, and I think it was Italy. It was in Italy.
I've seen them in the
remember.
countries. I've
Yeah.
actually seen them down at Disney Springs
Oh,
at some
yeah.
of the gift
Okay.
shops. So they're different spots. You don't have to go into a park to do it.
No. Disney Springs.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
I
it
had-
is a board. It makes it
Yeah, it is a
convenient,
board,
but
but-
there is a crowd that
Yeah,
collects.
that's what it says. Is be patient because the lines can be long.
Do you have another pin you
Oh,
want
I
to
have
show?
another pin I'd like to show. Yeah. So this pin is from when I went to Disney in 2014, and that's when they had Mickey Mouse with the what do you call it? With the hat. What was he called?
The sorcerer?
Sorcerer. Yeah. So I got that pin, and I don't know if they could see that he's wearing a sorcerer's hat. I thought I really liked it because I remember when we went to Hollywood Studios, they had him Mickey Mouse with the sorcerer in front of the Hollywood studio sign. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
I
got
do.
pictures of that. So that was a big thing then. That was back in 2004. So I got my memorial pin for that year.
Did you want to read another one since I blew
All
right
right.
past you? Billy has a good idea. He says,
Okay.
when I go past you on those, he said, use the pins to stick me. So-
I like that idea. Oh boy. All right. So some Disney pins can be pricey and can range from $8 to $100. You imagine paying 100 for a
I
pin?
know.
So make sure you know the value of your pin before you trade it away. So that's good advice because you don't want to trade a very expensive pin for a least expensive
Right.
one.
And we have a shameless plug from Larry. Check out this article on his Facebook group. So if you're interested in learning more about the, uh, I guess, the sanitary ways that cruise lines are dealing with it,
Yeah.
check his article out.
That's interesting. I'm going to check that out. That sounds really interesting.
I saw the notification for that. I just hadn't read it.
Mhm.
See, and Billy says, "A nudge me." He says it's supposed to be a septic tank cleaners to remove human waste and garbage haulers with really long trash trucks to haul the garbage.
Hmm.
Wow. Gee, I thought it was an
Wow.
easy process. It fish ate it, like someone said
Wow.
earlier.
Yeah. Interesting.
Billy went to Disney in 2004
Oh,
too. I
you did?
remember the saucer hat on Mickey.
Yeah. All right.
So maybe you were in line, Billy, if you were getting the
Yeah.
pin right behind Nancy and you didn't know it back then. Okay, so let's go on to our brain break. Okay, start off with an easy one here. Let's see if
That is an
anyone
easy
got it
one.
right. Don't give
If
me
I
that.
get it right off the bat, it's easy.
Let's see. My number one, where I am number one. Oh, here you are. Okay, did anyone guess it? Yeah. So what do you think it is, Nance?
It's a coffee break.
Coffee break, yeah. Billy, Meg, AJC, Magic. It's like everyone, no one got that one wrong. That was an easy one to start.
That was an easy
Kind of a
one.
warm-up one, right?
All right.
Hey, Daniel Fields,
Hi,
welcome in.
Daniel, out in California. I bet it's nice out there. All right. You want me to read
Hey,
the
Roy and
next
Becky,
one?
thanks for coming in.
Bye,
Talk
Roy
to you
and
guys later.
Becky.
All right, so here's the next brain break.
Ooh, let's see. I gotta put my
What?
glasses on.
These are 4 items.
Yeah.
There's a flower, there's a pin, looks like there's a mushroom, and there's toothbrush with toothpaste. What do these 4 have in common?
Oh, what do they have in
Memorize it,
common?
put it back in your brains, and we'll
Hmm.
ask you to answer it on our next.
Hmm.
Put up there a second, count to 3.
What do they all have in
1,
common?
2, 3. Yeah, a flower, a pin, a mushroom, and a toothbrush with toothpaste.
Interesting.
Okay. I think about the Jenner Cruises when I do that. I was
What?
talking to him today. We'll comment back
You
and
do
forth with
what?
him. He does a lot of hot tastes. Like they actually have things out there now, kits and stuff where it's very hot foods and you
Oh.
see if you can stand it.
How you can stand it. Oh,
And he
wow.
was doing one I
Yeah.
was watching last night. I was
Oh,
kidding around
my.
with him that he usually does it when his wife's there, but she was off.
Yeah.
Have a dangerous boy if something happens, right?
I remember, and this would hurt, but I would like it. When I went to the Chinese restaurant growing up, they'd have that mustard that was really hot. Do you remember that? You probably wouldn't have tasted it.
So
And
you
it
mean
hurt so bad. I would put it on the bread and I would eat it, and it would hurt so bad, but it would clean out your sinuses, though. I don't know if anybody remembers that, but it came in a little package.
I
And I would and I go, oh my gosh, and I would challenge myself every time and put more on the bread and eat it. And I'd be like, this was before our food came. Those are appetizers, the bread and the hot mustard.
I just found a new way to keep people from to have people get the wrong answer on these brain things.
What?
Just forget to put up on the screen. There it is again.
Oh.
Sorry about that. You don't actually think I can multitask here, do you?
Senior
Daniel Field
moment.
said 69 and sunny up
Oh, nice.
there. Okay. Put up the brain break. Thank you for letting me know, or that thing would have been probably would have talked to the rest of the show and not having screens up there. So Larry's seeing $319. Yeah, that's for 6 day after. That's what I was looking at. It was under $400, close to 300, which is real good for a 6 day cruise. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping to do that, but we're waiting to get the information on it. I really hope someone on this group cruise also stays the extra 6 days, but we'll see. The funny thing, what we were doing, Larry, too, is looking on that. We were thinking of getting the drink package. The drink package for the two of us for the 8-day cruise would be about $1,000.
Yeah, that's a little
combined.
pricey.
Well, but we looked and we said we could get an extra cruise out of this for the exact same price.
Yeah.
And just drink a lot of water, right?
Yeah.
I did, Meg. I'm sorry, dear.
What happened?
It's so sad. They didn't get to see the screen.
Oh.
Okay. Now we move on to the okay. Flamin' Hot Mountain Dew. I bet you never heard of this. And you probably would hate it. I think it'd be pretty tasty. I'd like to try it. Mountain Dew has tried to outdo its original flavor by releasing plenty of other options over the years. For example, it has a mystery voodoo flavor that comes out each year on Halloween. Never
Oh,
heard
really?
of that.
No, never heard of that.
We stay away from Mountain Dew because it's just a little
It's
sugar.
loaded with sugar and caffeine.
But there's and it also released a zero sugar version of the fruity Mountain Dew Spark.
Oh.
So that I would try.
Yeah.
More recently, Mountain Dew sparked confusion with its flamin' hot flavor.
Wow.
This is kind of a picture of the ad, see?
Yeah.
Though the thought of drinking fire might not sound like a big draw, the flamin' hot sold out within an hour during the previous limited release. Now you will be able to buy this flavor again. In recent press release, Mountain Dew announced its Mountain Dew Flamin' Hot is returning to retailers and convenience stores where it's being sold in 12-ounce cans and 20-ounce bottles. Best description of this drink. After you take a few sips, after a few sips, the heat synonymous with the Flamin' Hot Cheetos developed.
Whoa. Okay. I was thinking of, when you kept saying Flamin' Hot, that's all I kept thinking of was the Flamin' Hot Cheetos. It's funny you mentioned that.
And supposedly it combines surprisingly well with Mountain Dew flavor. And then with the added flavor they put in, which is similar to a chili lime seasoning, it now starts to give you a taste like a spicy margarita.
Wow.
Anyone else feel like, does this drink sound good to anyone?
That does sound good. I'd be willing to try it. Maybe we can get one and try it on our live one time. It's being sold as we speak.
Yeah, it's going back in the stores now.
Okay.
All right, Nancy, you want to read your next one?
All right. Okay, so different shops have different pins. So Disney doesn't allow for people to sell their pins in the park. So if you have a lot of pins and you want to start selling them, you'll have to sell them elsewhere, not in any of the Disney parks, because it's not allowed.
Do you have another pin or you hold on?
Oh, I have another pin, yes. I got this I got this pin at Animal Kingdom. In case I got lost, I got one with my name on it.
Or in case you forgot your name.
I forgot my name, yeah. In case I forgot my name.
Okay, that's a cute pin.
Yeah, I like it.
Can't be the pin with Mickey on it anyways, right?
No.
Okay, Larry said they're having their roof replaced as we speak. The banging is driving me nuts, but it's needed. Is that a big roof, Larry? And we getting a lot of water in there? That's going to be the worst thing in the winters, huh?
Oh, yeah.
We had issues with ice jams, which caused water to come in several years ago. I'll show you that again when we get to the, so I don't have to go back, Billy.
Oh, the brain break?
So up in Canada right now, Vancouver area, it's 43 degrees there and sunny Fahrenheit. So he's not getting any better weather than we are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Kenneth said he would try it. I don't even have to ask Kenneth.
Oh, he would try it.
He has everything with hot sauce on.
Yeah.
He's gonna be interesting to watch on the cruise because you're gonna see these every dish imaginable. He's probably gonna be pouring hot sauce on it. I've just acquired. I've always liked hot or spicy, but never to the point where I like it now.
Well, I like everything. I'm not a picky eater, and I like everything, and I do like hot things, but unfortunately, they don't agree with me anymore. But I have a funny story about my father would make these hot peppers. I don't know if you remember when my dad made those hot peppers. They were really, really, really good. And I remember eating them, taking a piece of Italian bread and stuffing them with hot peppers and eating them over my parents' house. And I paid dearly for that. I was gone for
Yeah,
the
I can
longest
imagine.
time.
My parents used to grow the ones in the garden, the hot ones, and then you try and trick the neighborhood kids. You say, "Oh, just put your tongue on this." Billy said he saw the flaming Mountain Dew in Walmart yesterday,
Oh,
so it is
really?
all out
Okay.
there.
We'll have to try it.
Yeah, just get one of
Needless
those at
to
the
say,
store.
I have never eaten hot peppers since. I've learned my lesson. That was very,
At this point, it nails you.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Our next news item, Canada's entry rules changed on Monday. As summer approaches, countries continue to lower the barrier of entry for travelers. Last Friday, the Canadian government announced changes to its virus policy, which took effect on Monday. Two most important changes apply to vaccinated adults and unvaccinated children.
Hmm.
Fully vaccinated travelers are no longer required to make a quarantine plan in the event they test positive while in Canada. Also, children under 11 can skip the pre-arrival test as long as they are accompanied by a fully vaccinated adult. Travelers should know that mask wearing remains commonplace in many indoor places in Canada. The country's federal mask mandate is still in place on planes, trains, subways, and other public transportation. I am hoping this is one of the biggest things. I'm hoping that we don't have to take tests by the time we go in
I hope
October.
so. I
Fingers
hope
are crossed.
yeah.
Larry went through all sorts of things just to get from Canada to the States and on the cruise
Jeez.
ship and off cruise ship. Sounds like a lot of work, doesn't
It
it?
does.
Let's see. Larry says our trailer is 66 by 14. Yes, we got a small leak inside. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
well,
hoping.
it's
I
being,
imagine it's one of those. Is it one of those tin roofs, Larry? Which should be hopefully be easier
yeah.
and will be better.
Hmm.
Hey, welcome in, Sherry. Thank you for
Hey,
joining
Sherry,
us.
how are you doing?
We would like to give a general thank. I'm going to thank people individually on Sunday. We do have a live coming up on this
Hmm.
Sunday, but we have to thank all our moderators.
Hmm.
See, okay, so he still needs a test to get into the U.S. Hopefully that will go away too.
I hope so, yeah.
All right.
All right.
Here's your break. Do you want to give your?
I'll read one of these. Yeah, so Disney cast members cannot turn down any trades. Did you know that?
Yes, I
They
did.
can't turn down any trades, so it's not a problem for them to hand over one of their cast member exclusive pins. So I got this pin here free, and this one came in a cereal box, and this is when
It's in the cereal
Kellogg,
box, really?
yeah, it came in the cereal box. This is when Kellogg turned 100 years, and also Walt Disney would have been 100 that same year, so that's why this pin came out. So I paid nothing for this pin, but I
And
could,
it does qualify as a legit
yeah, it's
pin
a
too.
legit
But
Disney
that's
pin.
probably actually a collector's item now because you
Yeah, I
probably
think
can't
it
find
is.
those around.
Yeah, it probably is. So, yeah, you can't buy these because it came in the cereal box. So, yeah, it probably is considered collector's items, but probably not worth a whole lot. Whatever someone's willing
Yeah,
to pay
right.
for
That's
it.
the way with
But I
anything,
always
right?
liked it. I thought it was kind of cool because it came free in the cereal box and it has the little Mickey Mouse ears. I don't know if you can see that on the. Do you want to pull this closer?
I
No.
did. I held it
Okay.
up there.
But I thought it
Hey,
was really
welcome in,
cool.
Rob. Actually, I meant to cover this with both Larry and Rob, so I'll do it at once. 2:45 p.m. here in
All
New
right.
Hampshire. So this is the question. 4 items here. You got a flower, a pin, a mushroom, and a
Hmm.
toothbrush or toothpaste. What do these 4 items have in common?
Hmm.
You have a guess, Nance,
Well,
for
the stem from the mushroom, the stem from the.
asphalt roof? I didn't realize they did
Oh,
asphalt
wow.
roof, but it has 2 layers that
Um,
saved us a bit. We want metal, but the price of metal's very expensive. I wanted to do that in our house, and it was
oh, I think I know. Maybe.
okay. What's your
I don't know.
guess?
They all can be picked up. I don't know. No, I guess that's
No, I did see some right answers here. Number 2, and the answer is they're red. They're all red.
oh, geez. That was
I know.
obvious, huh? I wouldn't have gotten that.
It gives you a little distraction.
Yeah. That's very good, guys. But you kept emphasizing the toothpaste on the toothbrush, too.
That's to throw you all off.
Yeah.
Didn't work, of course, but to throw you all off. Okay, and this is the next one. Another Revis. I always forget what that's called.
Yeah.
Okay, so study in a minute. Let me take a quick peek in the chat here. Times. Billy said, "It's good thing you didn't swallow a pin when you're eating the cereal."
I know.
There was a
I would
day
have
you
had a
could have probably done
lawsuit.
that.
I would have had a lawsuit on my hands.
Sure. Maybe wants to know if you ate the cereal.
Oh yeah, of course I did. It
What
was
kind?
Kellogg's.
What was in the? What kind of cereal was it? You know,
I don't. This was so long ago.
this is before you got married, right?
No, this was during our
Oh,
marriage.
really?
Yeah, we got it. I don't know how long ago I got this, but I don't know when it came out. But yeah, I don't know what cereal it is, but I just because it even says Walt Disney World Resort. Yeah, I would think this would be a collector's item because you
Okay.
can't buy them.
Let me move on here.
I can Google it.
Tourist terror. Terrified tourists were catapulted into the air when their guide boat
What?
smashed into a giant humpback whale and was thrown into the air
Oh
off the
my
coast of Mexico.
gosh! Wow.
This is just a couple days ago. 5 tourists were hurt in a
Jeez.
bizarre collision, with 3 kept in the hospital and 1 reportedly seriously injured.
Oh
Their
no.
boat is said to have hit the whale off the coast in the Mexican state of Bahia, California. Shocking video footage of the collision shows the boat being hurled high into the air as passengers are catapulted into the sea. According to local reports, an investigation is underway as tour boats should keep a safe distance from marine animals at all times. The state Civil Protection Authority shared footage of the incident showing tourists crashing through the boat's awning
Oh
as they were thrown high in the air following the collision. Now
wow.
you can see this is a guy actually going through the awning on top.
Oh my word.
Now let's see. I don't know if this is going to come out here.
Well, my free Disney pin says $5.99 according to eBay.
So this is the video, but I had
Wow,
problems
let me
with it earlier,
see.
so I did make a duplicate. So I'm seeing if I can bring that one up.
Wow, what a freak accident there.
Let's see if I can do it this way.
See if anybody else wants to buy this. $5.99 is the.
Okay, let's try this again. All right, it's a little clearer.
Oh my gosh.
See the actual guy going through the top there? Look at him. So it hits a wheel right there somewhere.
Wow. Jeez.
So that might not be an excursion to go on, right?
Maybe not. Holy
Okay.
moly.
All right, did you want to give you the next?
Well, I just wanted to say that I did find a Disney pin online that I own that somebody was selling it for $5.99. So
Okay, so
it's more than what I paid. I paid nothing. Anyways,
actually less than the box of cereal costs
that's
now.
right. So most cast members wear a black lanyard, but if you see one wearing a green lanyard, that means they're only open to trade with children.
Interesting.
Yeah. Oh, but I'll show another pin that I have. So I guess this is when I went in 2000. I like this one a lot because it's got Goofy, Mickey, and Donald.
Another one with your name on it.
Yes, another one of my. When I have Alzheimer's, I'm gonna wear my Disney pins. I can remember my name.
All right. Let's see. The next one. Let's see, John. Let's see. Okay, they're talking about the brain break. Larry say, John, I just looked. I can go solo on the after cruise for $650 for just me. Okay, so the $650 is the Canadian the exchange, the money exchange rate, Larry.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I guess $650 for a 6-day cruise, is a little over 100. Boy, it's too bad you couldn't. But that might be something to do, Larry.
Yeah.
Something to think about.
Something to
You're already
think
on the
about.
ship, so there's no. The big thing with it is why we were looking at it is you're on the ship, so we don't have to get another hotel. We don't have to get more transport or anything.
Right.
We're already down there. Well, something to think about, Larry. Daniel feels as well. It wasn't a jump the shark moment, you know?
No,
Good
yeah.
old Fonzie jumping the
Yeah,
shark.
that's right. That is
Most of
so
you probably
right.
don't know who Fonzie is,
Oh
right?
my gosh, yeah.
That will certainly be a loss, so you're not kidding about
Oh
that.
yeah. Oh gosh.
I guess the next step, Larry, is see what they would charge you to change your flight. Okay, so next one is airline pilot shortage could take years to overcome. After 2 years
wow.
of the pandemic, there's expected to be a heavy summer travel season Airlines are facing yet another crisis just as a sense of normalcy was starting to return to the industry. The worldwide airline pilot shortage is so severe that it could take years to overcome. They're talking about 2030. That it might not come back. Carriers are
Holy
doing
moly,
everything
wow.
they can to avoid a wholesale loss on a potentially lucrative summer travel season. Airlines have stepped up their training programs with several openings on their training academies. Many carriers have also announced that they are trimming and cutting back on their respective summer flight schedules. This one kind of stinks, but I guess it's better than nothing. In one more innovative yet drastic move, some airlines have entered into contract agreements with bus companies to shuttle passengers flying out of smaller markets to connect to the major airport. So probably like if we went to Manchester, right? We'd have to take a bus into Boston or something like that.
Wow.
That kind of stinks, huh?
It does, yeah.
Okay, you want to read another one?
Okay, so this is interesting. You want to know what the first Disney pin was? We should blame it all Jiminy Cricket or the Blue Fairy. After all, she gave Jimmy his official conscience pin, which was the very first Disney pin. That's interesting. The conscience
Yeah,
pin.
okay, so that's the picture of the pin.
I
That
wonder.
was the very first
I wonder
one.
if that's worth something.
Well, I'm sure that would be,
Yeah, that would be worth some. I don't know. Let me look at that. Conscience pin. That's the back of it.
Yeah, I think that's the back of it. Welcome in, More Life and Travel. Thank you
I'll
for
look that
joining
up.
us. Billy Fozzie or Fozzie? Fonzie or Fozzie?
Fozzie
No, this
Bear.
is Fonzie that jumped the shark.
Yeah, I remember that episode.
Larry says, I will be a pilot if I got rid of the massive price to get a license. I looked at it many moons ago, and you're right, Larry. Probably off the roof right now. Even though you wonder if these airlines are paying for the courses to get people to do them.
This one shows the official conscience pin only going for $10. Guess it's not that popular.
I don't know. Okay, brain break. I saw a bunch of correct answers for this. Nobody is above the law. Yep.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
No, I meant to ask you first.
Yeah, I was gonna get it. I thought the same thing. So.
You did?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. What the easy ones I get. All right. You want me to read my last one?
No,
I got two more.
Yeah,
Two
not
more
yet.
pins to show. Oh, I didn't show a pin.
Okay, this is the last question. Put this in your brains. What's the car's parking spot? So the car is blocking a number. These are your numbers of your parking spaces. Let's see, blow it up a little bit here. And what is the number where the car is parked?
Okay.
So memorize it. I'll put it up and give you a couple minutes before we give the answer out. Oh, I never read the Beijing one. Okay, go back to Mr. Well,
I'm gonna look something up.
that's Beijing right there. I didn't read that one. Beijing is racing to track a virus outbreak that may have been spreading in the capital for a week. Beijing officials said at a press conference Saturday that they were tracking cases across multiple districts involving students, tour groups, and interior decoration workers. Don't ask me about the third one. The capital reported 22 new local cases on Saturday. The city has recently seen several outbreaks involving multiple transmission chains, and the risk of continued and undetected transmission is high. The situation is urgent and grim. The pressure to contain the outbreak in the capital comes as cases continue to grow in Shanghai, despite a failed week-long lockdown that had brought the financial hub to a halt. The city reported more than 20,000 new cases on Saturday, and on Sunday also announced 39 new deaths. Amazing. I mean, it's kind of going away here, and they're just getting nailed. Okay. So that's the question. And this is the final section of the news report, which is usually our updates from the Florida parks. Quick check in the thing. Oh, Larry's father was a pilot.
Oh, really?
Gail said, one of my wife's customers' son is off in flight school. Texas
Oh,
A&M has basically flying every day. That's
wow.
and they gotta be making. You think they want pilots so bad they're
Oh, I
gonna make
know.
it bend over backwards for them, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Okay, so the first one is Epcot's Connections Eatery officially opens April 27th. Epcot's new quick service restaurant is set to officially open to guests on April 27th in the World Celebration area of the park.
Hmm.
The new dining location features booths, tables, and bar seating and is located near the Gardens of the Galaxy. The quick service eatery also features outlets, USB ports, and wireless charging for guests looking for a device to recharge devices while they're dining. So that's nice.
That is nice.
How many do you have
I
left?
have, well, one more.
Okay, why don't you wait till they read these and you
All
can
right.
give your last fact, I guess. New Finding Nemo show at Disney's Animal Kingdom will be 20 minutes shorter and feature new
Oh,
characters.
really?
Disney recently, we like that show,
Oh, we do
shared
very
a
much.
first look at the updated Finding Nemo show called Finding Nemo, The Big Blue and Beyond, which will open this summer. In addition to featuring new characters from Finding Dory and new projection of special effects, it was confirmed the show will be much shorter,
Oh,
clocking in at
really?
25 miles. Yeah, 25 miles. 25 minutes.
Oh,
That's so true, Larry.
what do you say?
It's nice having family and friends who are pilots.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All mask requirements have been dropped at Walt Disney World for the first time since reopening. Disney announced this week that it has dropped all requirements for guests to wear masks when on transportation system, which was the last place masks were required.
Okay.
With the ending of this policy, Walt Disney World is now officially mask-free for the first time since it initially reopened in the summer of 2020.
That's good to know.
It is. Construction walls are down at the Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. Now the cast member previews have started for the Guardians of the Galaxy. All construction walls have been dropped around the entrance of this new attraction, giving guests their first look at the entrance of the new ride. Kind of cool, huh?
Very cool. Gotta say, I love that movie. I really enjoyed it.
New Disney Visa card discounts
Oh, I
announced for
like
fall
the
2022.
like the
Disney has
castle.
announced a new Disney card member discount offer for the Walt Disney Resort hotel stays this fall from August 28th through September 19th at specific hotels, including the following: 30% off on Disney Animal Kingdom, 30% off on the Disney Art of Animation,
Mhm.
25% off of both Disney Coronado Springs and other select resorts. We need to get that again. Remember we had it years ago and they give a free
Yeah,
picture and all this kind of
yeah,
stuff?
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, more life and travels excited for the ride. We had to. That looks like that and the Tron ride looks
Oh,
good.
yeah, yeah. I'm looking forward to going back.
These
Oh,
seem to be the big thing now. Disney had a Figment bucket that they were selling that had
yes.
up to 8 hour lines for
Eight
these
hours.
things.
No, thank you. I'm sorry. That I would never stay in.
But this is universal now. This is kind of cute, isn't it?
Oh, it's
Of course, it'd
adorable.
be where would we put in this house? It'd
I
be just another
know. I
thing.
know. We're trying to clean our house.
Refillable bucket now
It's really
available
cute
for
though.
$25 at Universal Orlando Resort. Bucket for the purchase, or is it Universal Resort is now offering a Minions themed refillable bucket to purchase for $25. Bucket can be found both at popcorn carts and in stores, including Super Silly Stuff at the exit of Despicable Me Minion Mayhem.
Oh,
That's a store, I guess. The
yeah.
first popcorn fill is free. Well, it's
Oh,
$25. They say free.
yeah.
This bucket
25.
and
And it's a
then you can go
collectibles item.
right, but then you can go back for $2.19 and have it
Oh,
refilled
okay.
each time.
That's not too terrible. Really, really cute. I would be apt to want a minion bucket as opposed to Figment. Sorry, Figment.
Yeah,
Minion is
same here
cute.
probably too, yeah. This is SeaWorld is supposedly putting together a new coaster.
Oh,
And
yeah.
SeaWorld continues teasing new coaster on social media after showing a piece of the track being delivered to the park last week on social media. SeaWorld is continuing to tease its new roller coaster project online.
All right.
Okay, so that does it for the news. Brain break. Okay, so what's parking spot is missing? You want to read your last one while we give
Yeah,
them
I
a
got the
chance to
last
look
one
at it?
here. So, what is the rarest Disney pin? The Dream Jewel Mickey is one of the rarest Disney pins ever made and a collector's dream item. So, if you own one of these, it says here it goes for $1,295. That would you can go on
Wow.
a few Disney cruises for that
Well, no, you
price.
can't go on any Disney cruises for that price.
No,
Unfortunately, probably half a Disney cruise.
$1,295.
Yeah,
Okay,
probably
guess
half a cruise.
half a cruise. Okay, I'm bad. Anyways, it's packed full of special features that add to the pin's value. Each of the 3 pins has 130 precious gems, including garnets, black sapphires, and real diamonds. Well, maybe it's worth more than that. This website says 1,000.
So all those white spots are probably the different gems that are in it.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the true value of this. You'd have to look it up. But
Did you have any other pins you wanted to
I
show
have
before I
2
give
more
the
pins.
answer?
This one, speaking of Disney cruises, I did go on a Disney cruise, and this was my souvenir. I really like that pin a lot.
That's one of my favorites.
That's one of my
There you go.
favorites. Yes. And
One Disney cruise for us. Speaking of Disney cruise people, D&G Explorers, welcome in.
hi,
Thank you for
D&G.
joining us.
And then this
They're
was
big
my
Disney
yeah,
cruises.
they're busy. And this is my last Disney pin. Of course, I had to get a pin to represent the 50th anniversary. So
that's the newest
yeah,
one.
that was my newest one.
I like that pin a lot.
I do too.
I wish they had more stuff. We tried getting the Christmas ornament this year, and they're the lousiest Christmas ornaments for the 50th. Ah. We also got one in Helen, remember? Christmas ornament in Helen?
We got a Christmas ornament in Helen. I've got a beautiful magnet in Helen. And
Do you get any more of those?
any more what, pins?
Pins?
I have a couple of more pins that have to do with Disney. I didn't, but this is one of my favorite pins too. I don't know. Does anybody remember?
Hey, thank you very much, D&G.
Does anybody remember Felix the cat, the wonderful, wonderful cat? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
The cartoon? Well, I got a Felix the cat pin. I really, really like that.
So these are a few. We won't show too many here. She's got 2 hats full of these things.
My brother-in-law, who I don't know, Sean's not in today, but
No.
I will show my. I won't take it off. But my brother-in-law was kind enough to buy me
Welcome in, Sharon. Thank you for joining us.
A Good Day from Australia pin. He knew I like pins, and he went to Australia several years ago and brought that back for me, which I really like.
So if anyone sees Sean, tell him we showed his Australian pin.
And I don't know if Daniel Fields is still in the house here, but Daniel, when I went to where was it? I went to the San Diego Zoo many years ago, and well, I can't take it off. I went to the San Diego Zoo many years ago, and it was their 70th anniversary, and we all got a pin as we walked through the gates.
So there's a lot of green on this.
Yeah,
the 70 is in green. So.
Yeah, I really like that one too because that was a nice souvenir. Those are one of my favorite ones.
Billy said you could buy 3 cruises if you sold that pin and had the casino cruise office. He gets such great deals on the casino.
Yeah, he does.
And who
doesn't love Islands of Adventure, Dr. Seuss? Can I show my Islands of Adventure?
All right, let's make that the last one here.
Huh?
Let's make that the last pin.
Okay.
Yeah, remember that? I don't think it was ever colorized, Larry. Phil Scott was always black and white.
Yeah, I don't think he was.
Magical bag.
Yeah, oh yeah, he did. Right, exactly, yeah. Felix the cat, the wonderful, wonderful cat. Here's my Dr. Seuss.
Okay,
my Dr. Seuss pin I really like because I really enjoyed Island of Adventures. So
actually, for you people on the horizon, that will mean something because there's a Dr. Seuss breakfast on there.
Oh.
And the theme is Dr. Seuss, so that should be in honor of that, I guess.
We actually visited Dr. Seuss's park, and I guess he was from Springfield, Mass. He lived there, and they had a Dr. Seuss park that we visited way back when.
All right, let's see. This is which car? What is the number that is under the car, the parking space? And let's see if anyone got it. You want to take a guess, Nancy?
No. I think I'll skip it.
Anyone got that? To me, this was hard. All right. Let's see. L8. No. Actually, Billy's got the right answer, but yeah, him and Meg got the right answer.
Yeah?
He just inverted. That's funny. Do we give him credit? I guess we got to give Billy credit for that too, even though it's upside down. Yeah, that's what it is. I don't.
What's the answer?
It's 87 because you're looking at it upside down, right? So that would be 86, 87,
very
88,
good.
89, 90, and 91. Excellent job.
Gee, I thought my Felix the cat pin would make me rich, but it only sells for $10 on eBay.
Okay, well, $10 more than. So a dilly dilly to you, D&G Explorers.
D&G, I like that.
Have a good day. Have a good day at work.
Yeah.
We are at the end. Yeah, you have a good mind with these things, Meg. I notice you kind of go out of the box and think of these.
Yeah,
these
she's
brain
good at
things,
those
which
things.
you have
Yeah.
to. All right. Well, thank you everyone for joining us. Larry, keep me updated on what you decide to do on the cruise too. We'll talk about that more.
Yeah.
And Billy, we are going to give you credit because you actually had it in the same image as a picture. So
All right.
good job, guys. Thank you very much for joining us. We are going to go live on Sunday at 4:00.
Yeah.
There's a couple things we have in mind on that, and we want to thank our moderators again.
Yeah.
And we'll also be back next Wednesday at 2.
At 2, right.
So have a good weekend, right?
Stay young, have fun.
Bye. Everyone.